Namaste and welcome to your mat. My name is Jillian and I will be guiding you through your 30-minute yoga sequence. Begin by closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Settling into your mat, placing your left hand over your heart and your right hand on your belly. Feel your breath flowing through you in and out. Taking a moment to let go of your day. Bring your right hand to your face, your peace fingers on your third eye. Close off your right nostril and inhale through the left nostril. At the top of your inhale, close off your left nostril and exhale through the right, lifting the thumb. Keeping your fingers where they are, take an inhale through the right nostril. At the top of your inhale, switch your fingers again and exhale through the left. Continue at your own pace, inhaling deep, slow breaths and exhaling just as long, slow and controlled. This pranayama exercise is very balancing. It creates harmony between the masculine and the feminine energy in your body. Inhaling through the right nostril activates the left side of the brain, or the feminine side of the brain. This is the creative energy within you, the gentle energy inside of you. And breathing in through the left side of your nose activates the right side of the brain, which is the masculine side. And this is your strength, your courage. And with this pranayama exercise, by breathing through the left and the right nostrils equally, we are harmonizing both the masculine and the feminine energies within us. One more full cycle of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And at the bottom of your last breath, lower your hands. Take your time to come down onto your mat, laying down in Shavasana. And scan over your body. Notice how you feel after that pranayama. Feel the depth of your inhale and your exhale. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, hug your right knee in towards your chest, interlacing your fingers around your hamstring or your shin for wind reliever pose. Root your left hip down into the ground. Maybe roll out at the ankle. And just show yourself a little bit of love here. Slow and controlled breathing. Grab onto the outside of your right knee and bring it across your body for a gentle twist. Reach that right shoulder down to the ground. You can cactus out at your arms. If your knee is lifted off the ground, you can support it with a block or your fist, or if you're comfortable, just letting it float in the air. Deep inhales and slow and controlled exhales. When you're ready, slowly come back up to center. Hug both your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Extend your right leg down to the bottom of your mat and grab a hold of your left shin or hamstring. Reach that right foot down and pull that left hip closer to you. Remembering you can roll out the left ankle. Reach your shoulders down into the mat. Taking hold of the outside of your left knee, bring it across your body with a twist on this side now. Extending your left arm out across the mat, your gaze can follow for a full body twist. Feeling your inhale expand your chest, and your exhale finding a little bit more freedom to come deeper into the pose. Twisting out any unwanted energies. Really feel the two forces here, your left knee pulling down to the right side, and then your left shoulder pulling over to the left side. And slowly come back up to center, hugging your knees into your chest one more time, rocking from side to side, rounding the back, pulling your chin to chest, finding some movement. Now come up into a seated position, sitting up tall. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Lower your right ear to your right, walking your left fingertips out to the side, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back and bring your fingers in a fist to your right side, feeling a deep stretch in that left side of your neck. Deep inhales and slow exhale. Send your breath to that space in your neck. Slowly release your hands and drop your left ear now to your left shoulder, walking your fingertips out to the right side, or interlacing your fingers behind your back and bringing them over to your left side, feeling a deep stretch in the right side of your neck. Release your hands, bringing them onto your knees, sitting up tall. Interlace your fingers in front of you, pressing your palms outward. Open the space between your shoulder blades. Rounding in the back, bringing your chin to your chest, gaze to your belly button. Feel a nice opening in your back, coming into the shoulders. Release your hands and now interlace them behind you, reaching your fingertips back, lifting your hands as much as your shoulders will allow. You can bring your gaze up, a gentle back bend, and an opening across your chest, opening the space between your collarbones. Inhale, feel your chest expand. Feel the muscles slowly stretch open. And slowly release your fingers, placing your hands on your knees. Place your right hand behind you like a kickstand, your left hand to your right knee, and from your hips, twist to the back. Gaze can follow, reaching behind you. Sitting up tall, inhale, and exhale. Find a little bit more freedom to twist into the pose. Root that left hip down to the ground. And come back to center. Switching sides, placing your right hand on your left knee and your left hand comes behind you. Take a deep inhale, reach the crown of your head up high and twist from the hips to the other side. Inhaling, reaching your crown up high and twisting on your exhale, finding that bit more freedom. Slowly come back to center. Take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Meeting a tabletop, your shoulders stacked over your wrists and your hips stacked over your knees. Take a deep inhale, lower your belly, lift the gaze, and press the chest forward. Exhale, round the back, bring your chin to your chest. Bring your gaze to your belly button. Take a couple rounds of cat-cows here. Slow down your breathing. Bringing some movement into the spine. Really focus on the opposing forces here, reaching the back of your spine up to the sky on your exhale, and then reaching your chest forward, lowering your belly down to the ground on your inhale. Couple more breaths here. Meet in a neutral spine. Now reach the right arm forward and the left leg back, parallel to your mat. Bringing them back to center. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, the right leg back. And exhale, meet back in tabletop. Switch sides again, right arm forward, left arm leg back, and meeting in the center. Switching sides again, move through a couple more of these, and really focus on reaching your fingertips forward and pulling your toes back. Imagine as someone is holding onto both of your limbs, pulling you in opposite directions. But you remain sturdy and strong in your tabletop position. Inhaling, extending your limbs, reaching out, and exhaling, hugging it all back in. using your opposite limbs on the ground to stabilize yourself, engage your core. Move through one more set on each side. Hold it for an extra squeeze, and then come back to center. Last side. And meeting in a tabletop position. Sway from side to side, and just taking a brief moment in child's pose. Coming up through tabletop, push yourself up into a downward facing dog. Reach your tailbone up to the sky, pedaling out at the feet, bending the knees. Lift the right knee in towards your chest, balloon up through the back, and plant your right foot between your palms. Lower the left knee down for a low lunge. Setting up here, sink deep into your hips and lift your belly off of your thigh. If you have the balance, bringing your fingertips onto your right knee. I'm at a frame here, but reach your fingertips up to the sky for a crescent lunge. And exhale, bring your palms back down to your knee. Plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. Turn over to the right side and extend your right fingertips up to the sky. Pulling your right knee back into the midline. And framing your foot, push back into a half split, pulling your toes towards your face, feeling a deep stretch in the right hamstring going down the knee. Push yourself back up and bring that right knee back to meet the left. Coming into a downward dog. Taking an inhale, pull your left knee into your chest and placing it between your palms. Sinking into your hips. Resting your palms on your knee if you have the balance. Lift your belly off of your thigh, but really feel that stretch across the right hip. Now reach your fingertips up into your crescent lunge. Gaze can follow. Exhale, frame your foot, right hand in the inside of your foot. Left arm extends up to the sky, gaze follows. Bring your hands back down and shift your weight backwards for a half split, pulling your toes towards your face. Come back forward. Bring both knees to the end of your mat. Shift your weight forward into a low plank pose. Squeeze your core. Your elbows are in at your sides. Begin to lower down on your exhale into your chaturanga, all the way down onto the mat. Now inhale, peel a couple of ribs off the mat for baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, bring your weight back forward into that low plank. Squeeze your elbows, squeeze your core, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push up to tabletop, back into child's pose. One more. Inhale, reach your weight forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, maybe a couple more ribs off the mat. And exhale, tabletop to child's pose. Excellent job. Taking a moment to breathe in here. Now shift your weight back into a seated position. If you have any knee sensitivity, staying here with your toes out in front of you, and shift your weight back. Your head is heavy for sun worshiper. Otherwise, if sleeping here was in your practice, bring your knees to the outside of your mat. Your toes touch and you sit on your heels. Shift your weight backward, let your head relax behind you. If you're able to, you can come onto your forearms or all the way down onto your shoulders for Sleeping Hero. Inhaling, expanding your chest, opening the space between your collarbones while reaching your knees down into the mat. Feel the forces pulling you into two different directions, your shoulders down into the mat, and your belly lifting up to the sky. Nice stretch across the abdomen, going down into the quads, and your knees rooted down into the ground. Slowly begin to bring yourself back up if you're all the way down onto the mat, coming on first to your forearms and then coming back to a seated position. Close your eyes, rest your hands on your knees. Let the heart rate slow down. Bring the left foot to the inside of your right thigh, sitting up tall and just taking a quick counter pose to that deep back bend, rounding in the back, letting the head be heavy. Janusirsasana. Coming back up, let's make this active for a quick moment. Straight back, pull the toes towards your face. No need to pull anything here, but feeling a nice deep stretch across the right hamstring. Taking a deep inhale here and exhale, making it passive once again. Releasing any grip that you have, letting your jaw go slack. Head is heavy. Slowly walk yourself back up, sitting up tall, taking a deep breath in. Hands come behind you and let your head be heavy. Switch sides. Now right foot is on the inside of your left thigh. Sitting up tall and just taking this as a passive pose at first. Making it active, straight back, pull the toes towards your face, not pulling anything, but keeping the core engaged, reaching that right knee down to the mat. And now making it passive, letting everything go. Relax the toes, relax the space between your brows, maybe bringing your palms up to receive gifts of the universe. Walk yourself back up one vertebrae at a time. Extend your legs out in front of you, lift your toes off the mat into boat pose, and slowly lower back down for a mini Shavasana here. Letting your toes fall to the outsides of your mat, Your hips rooted down, shoulders are slightly tucked beneath you, slowing down your breath even more. Now bring your knees up, toes up, parallel to the mat. Place your palms to your thighs. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Press your palms into your thighs and your thighs into your palms. Engage the core. Remembering to breathe. Exhale, release. Bring your toes down. Windshield out your legs, left and right. Second set, shins are parallel to the ground. Plant the low back down into the ground. Bring your head and shoulders up. Press your palms into your thighs. This is your own willpower. You can press as hard as you'd like. It's your workout, it's your practice. Exhale, release. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Setting up for dead bug, shins parallel to the mat, fingertips extended above your face. Lower your right arm and left leg down and exhale back to center. Inhale, left arm straight out and right leg straight out. And exhale back to center. Moving through a couple of breaths here. Squeeze your core, press your low back into the ground. Stabilize the center of your body as your limbs extend outwards. Notice the opposing forces. Opposite limbs going in opposite direction, yet creating a balance in your body, a perfect harmony of movement and flow. Steady your breath, use it to guide you. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Lowering your feet to the mat, reach your right leg up into the sky, bending at the knee and placing it over the left thigh for thread the needle. Taking a moment here, seeing if this is where you need to be. Otherwise, lifting that left leg off the mat, tugging it towards your chest. Your fingers can be around your hamstring or your shin, whatever is more accessible to you today. Releasing your hands, keep your legs exactly as they are, but step the left foot to the mat and bring the right foot down into a twist. You can use your left hand to push your right knee to the back of the room for a deeper twist. Gaze can come over to the right. Bringing everything back to center, unbind your legs, extend the left leg up to the sky and find thread the needle on this side. Pausing here, or lifting the right foot off the mat, hugging your knee into your chest. On your inhale, feel your belly expand and lifting the thighs off of your belly. And exhaling, finding a little bit more freedom to pull that knee in just a little bit more. Release your grip and lower the legs over to the right side. Left arm to the left side. Gaze follows at your fingertips for a full body twist. Bring everything back to center and bind the legs. Open your knees up like a book, toes and your heels touch. Your right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest. Staying here, coming into your Shavasana, your final resting pose. Throughout this practice, you found harmony and balance in your body. Limbs going in opposite direction, yet your heart, your center remains grounded and strong. And just as you found that balance in your practice, it's my hope that you can find that in your everyday life as well. Finding peace in light and dark, good and evil. Finding balance in giving and taking. Stay here for as long as you'd like, or roll up into a seated position to close off our practice. The light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you and knows that they are the same. Namaste.